Atlantic puffins are cute. So cute, we put them on everything. Postcards, t-shirts, coffee mugs. Everything but a dinner plate. You're thinking of Iceland. But puffins are also an excuse, a really good excuse to get offshore. Because if you're a birder, it's a whole other world out here. I get on boats so often along the coast of Maine, the crew sometimes brings me along as an extra naturalist. They take me for free. I may not be the best naturalist, but I'm the best in their price range. I just finished visiting 3 puffin colonies, and it was a lot more than puffins. I'll show you what I mean. First stop, Stonington, Maine, where the Isle of Ho ferry takes people out to Seal Island to see this puffin colony. Several times this summer, I guide this puffin trip, and this time, I'm taking you with me. While we wait for the boat, let's review. There are 5 puffin colonies along the Maine coast, and this one, Machias Seal Island, might or might not be Canadian. We'll get to that. Eastern Egg Rock is owned by the Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife and is managed by National Audubon. These 3 are federal, part of the Maine Coastal Islands National Wildlife Refuge. We'll get out to Petit Manan later. We won't get out to Matinicus Rock, it's too far out. We're getting to this one right now. Seal Island is the biggest island at 65 acres. It's 17 miles out there from here. One thing I'll tell you, every cruise is different. And that's what I like about it. No 2 cruises are exactly the same. No, look at that. The common terns are right downtown. High tide here, fish there, they're coming in. Can't believe it. I always forget to put on sunscreen. Yeah, you're good luck for me today. Iceland has half the world's population of puffins. But these folks know it's a lot easier and cheaper to come to Stonington, Maine. Most of the time, this boat serves Isle of Ho. It's a community of fewer than 100 people year-round, but in summer, the population skyrockets, and half of it is Acadia National Park. French explorer Samuel de Champlain noted the unusual mountain offshore in 1604 and called the island Isle of Ho, French for High Island. Of all the puffin cruises to the various islands, this one may be the most scenic, passing through all the islands outside Stonington Harbor, past ledges where seals haul out, through waters populated by harbor porpoises, beyond iconic lighthouses. The voyage is part of the experience, and then you get here. There are puffins everywhere. Puffins on the rocks, puffins on the water, puffins in the air. Plus other close relatives of the puffins, members of the Alcid family, including razorbills, common murres, there are black guillemots the whole ride out and back. If these were the only birds out here, this would still be an incredible trip. But the island is also covered in common and Arctic terns, swarming over the island and flying by the boat in big numbers. Oh, and the danger sign is why you can't land in the island. The Navy used it as a bombing target for many years, and not everything exploded. Yet. The island is home to double-crested cormorants and the largest nesting colony of great cormorants, the largest cormorant species in the world. Common eiders are the largest ducks in North America, and they make a lot of babies out here. Gray seals make a lot of babies out here, too. It's the second largest pupping colony of gray seals in the United States. Every trip is different. On this trip, a swarm of short-billed dowagers flew around the boat. Would you believe this is a short bill? All right, say goodbye to the harbor seals. We've got another boat to catch. Back to you, Bob. Thank you, Bob. 5 puffin nesting colonies along the coast of Maine. And nobody can visit more than one in a day, with one exception. Bar Harbor Whale Watch owns two of the largest, fastest whale watch boats in North America, and they can do it. This is a once-a-year adventure. Let's go to the boat. We're on Bar Harbor Whale Watch in Bar Harbor, Maine. We're about to hit 2 puffin islands, a bunch of lighthouses, cross the Gulf of Maine, 50 miles, hit another lighthouse, see all these birds and whales out there, and then come back in 6 hours. Ready, set, go. And here they come.
We're so glad you're here.
Oh, I don't get to hear that a lot.
Great to hear that behind the videos.
Yeah, exactly. Altogether, we're going to do about 150 miles at sea, so get a good seat.
Hey. Okay. What people down below don't know is that we have a jacuzzi up here and a bar, and wow, this is the place.
Zach Cliver has been a naturalist in this boat for 35 years. He now leads whale watch trips all over the place. Whereas I'm riding shotgun as naturalist for this one rare trip. First stop, Petit Manan Island. Petit, or petite, is from the French for little, and Manan was from the indigenous word for island. Everyone on the bow is ready. We're ready on the top deck. Bring on the puffins. Over 100 pairs of puffins now nest on Petit Manan, which is not bad considering they didn't return to the island until 1981. Still, there'll be a lot more out at our next stop. Razorbills nest here too. Common murres show interest in nesting every year, but mostly that hasn't worked out yet. Oh, and this is the second tallest lighthouse in Maine at 119 feet. About 2,500 common and Arctic terns nest on the island, and occasionally roseate terns, but I haven't seen a roseate in years. This is only about a 15-minute stop, and it's a 30-mile ride to the next island, but that island is wild. No shearwaters yet, and only one northern gannet so far, but this is where I usually start to pick up Wilson storm-petrels. This is Machias Seal Island. Technically, it's disputed territory between the U.S. and Canada. It was never settled after the Revolutionary War, nor after the War of 1812, and they still argue about it. However, the British built the lighthouse, the Canadians run it. That's the way it is. If the other islands are colonies, this one is a metropolis. Anyone who hasn't been out here before is just not prepared for the numbers. Thousands of puffins. Hundreds of razorbills. And even more common murres. The closer we get to the end of nesting season, the more that are just hanging out on the cliffs. We're spending about 40 minutes here before heading across the Gulf for whales and pelagic birds, so take your time. It's 50 miles across the Gulf of Maine to the next lighthouse. It's all whales. We're going right down a ridge of undersea peaks and valleys, which is the perfect place to spot whales. But these guys are unexpected. Pilot whales. They do happen out here, but only a few times a season, and this is one of those times. This is only my second time seeing pilot whales out here. And not much further down the Gulf, humpback whales. Wherever you've got whales, you've got pelagic seabirds. Redneck phalaropes. Great and Corey shearwaters. And way more Wilson storm-petrels. We've arrived at Mount Desert Rock, the most remote lighthouse in Maine. And since it's so far out,
One time there was a whole series of storms and the supply ship couldn't make it here and they thought they were going to starve to death. Finally the ship got out here to them. I mean, just incredible stories.
even though they don't nest here, there's puffins in the water. And look at all the seals watching us watch them. We're late, and we still got one more island to hit, one more lighthouse. And it's Great Duck Island, which has a surprise waiting for us, and me. Gazillions of leech and storm-petrels nest in the woods of this island, but the big surprise is that puffins have finally started nesting here. Just 2 to 4 pairs confirmed, but they're here.
Since 1976, the Coast Guard established here in Maine 2 aids to navigation.
2 puffin islands, maybe 3. Bunch of lighthouses, 18 whales, hundreds of seabirds in 6 hours. We've got to do this more often.